Progressively, children today are either being born with or being diagnosed with autism. Until you are personally involved with a child who has autism, you will not know the daily hardships of caring for an autistic child. With my prior background and experience with dealing with an autistic child, I'm going to educate you on the necessary and proper aspects of caring for a child with autism. One of the most important factors that comes along with caring for an autistic child is the restrictions that they have on their diet. For example, the autistic child who I babysit cannot consume any foods that contain gluten. For example, she cannot eat any foods that contain wheat, rye, or barley. Also, she cannot consume any sort of dairy product. According to Carrie Gate, the mother of the autistic child who I babysit, most autistic children go through the IgG food antibodies blood work test, which determines the foods that they can or cannot contain. If the autistic child does eat these foods that they cannot tolerate, they will develop pain such as severe stomach pains or other harsh symptoms. The most challenging obstacle that comes along with caring for an autistic child is the fact that they have no sense of danger whatsoever. For example, the child that I babysit who has autism has to stay in a harness at all times in the car because she does not understand the importance of wearing her seatbelt or being buckled the whole time in the car. Also, when taking care of an autistic child, you have to be sure to keep your eyes on them 24/7 because they can escape from you within the blink of an eye without realizing the danger that could cause or what that could put them into. With a personal experience with the autistic child that I care for, due to her love of cars, she will, as soon as she sees one, when she gets out of the car, she will dart to the edge of the road. So, which means you have to be ready to get her out of the car and do things such as put child lock on or make sure that you are all the way out of the car before she gets out of the car so you can make sure that she does not run to the road and potentially be in very much danger. Another important aspect of caring for an autistic child is sticking to a schedule. According to foodforthebrain.org, children with autism tend to behave much better when they are under a strict schedule or a daily routine that they follow all the time. The autistic child will realize if their routine is not followed or if things do not go as they usually do. This can make the child behave in different ways than normal or act different ways than normal. Also, things such as full moons or time changes can severely affect a child with autism by causing their sleep patterns to change or, once again, just causing their behavior in general to change and making them act much differently than normal. One of the most important factors to me in caring for an autistic child is making time for fun. An autistic child is a child no matter the circumstances, and they should be able to have fun and have the same playtime and everything else as a normal child does. According to helpguide.org, there needs to be way more normal life, which is having normal playtime or doing normal things that anybody would do instead of the therapy or going to the doctor and things like that. Because along with the normal life comes, them feeling more like a normal child and being able to act as a normal child as well. Ways to figure out how to create fun things for your autistic child would be finding out the things that they like and the things that interest them and making fun things out of this and or activities out of this that they will enjoy. And this leads us to our next main point, which is rewarding good behavior. If you constantly look for the good behavior of an autistic child, they will eventually learn to only do these good things, and when they do the bad things and they don't get rewarded, they're going to be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that because, obviously I'm not getting rewarded for that. So along with positive reinforcement comes positive behavior. And if they continue to get this positive reinforcement, then they will continue having positive behavior. All in all, caring for an autistic child requires much more responsibility and attention than caring for a normal child. The most imperative factors that come along with caring for an autistic child are their restrictions on their diet, no sense of danger whatsoever, sticking to a schedule, making time for fun, and rewarding good behaviors.